So we're going to make a start. So my name's Phoebe. I'm a BDM here at Cintra. Lovely to meet you all in some form of way. Today we are going to be showing you our payroll software. So we're going to start with a presentation which is just going to give you an overview of Cintra and why our software is well suited to the education sector. And I'm then going to be showing you the software itself. We only have half an hour, so it is going to be a very high level demonstration, just showing you the basics. Obviously, if you would like an in-depth demo, then please get in contact and I can arrange that for you. So if we just start with the presentation, so Cintra for education. So at Cintra, we've been around for 40 years. We are based in the Northeast, so we're based in Newcastle. We have 26,000 education employees, and we have over 70% of colleges in the UK. We've got a mixture of education clients ranging from primary school, secondary school, universities, trusts, etc. So a really good mix. Some use the software you're about to see, others use our outsourcing software, which is obviously driven by the software that you're about to see. We're part of the PSG Group, so you can see at the bottom our partners. We are the largest payroller out of the partners, and we do specialise in the education sector as well. A bit more on the PSG, so we're private equity backed. We've just had £3 million invested into the software to make it as great as it can be, because we have feedback from clients and we make those improvements. In terms of our solutions, so what you're going to see today is SaaS, so that's the in-house software. Source is our outsourced payroll. Cintra Serve is the employee self-service portal where they can view e-payslips, P60s, P11Ds, etc. We've then got Cintra HR, which is our all singing and dancing HR platform. We've got Cintra Groups, which is a form of outsourced payroll where your managers can take control of their own payroll. And then we also have Pinpoint, who are a fully integrated recruitment partner. In terms of our software and why it is suited to the education sector, so you'll be able to see this during the demo, but just a high level, it's a date-driven system. So if you need to backdate, prorata, or make any mid-month changes, the system can easily handle that. You would just put the dates in and the system will work out all your tax, FDE, NI, etc. based on the dates you popped in. We've got post-specific salary management, so the system can handle multiple job posts, spine points, working patterns, etc. And pension administration. You can link to different pension providers, such as TPS, LGPS, and Nest. And we've also got an auto-enrollment functionality with them. We also have a built-in MCR module. You can run your own reports, so whether that's our reports that you use or you use our bespoke report writer, which is included within the service, and you can produce statutory forms such as your MAP schedules. So I'm now going to show you the software. Again, just to re-emphasize, this is going to be extremely high level. So this is Cintra SaaS. This is our in-house, is our own software that we're using. It's a person-centric, date-driven system. So I touched on the date-driven earlier in the presentation. What I mean by person-centric is we have this people record on the left-hand side. You've got personal records and employment records. You only ever need one personal record per employee. So if an employee leaves and comes back, all you need to do is update their employment records. So if we just look at the personal records, you need to fill in the first two as a basic for the payroll. You can see on the screen here, nothing out of the ordinary in terms of the information we're trying to capture. And then we've got your employment record, which you would edit if somebody came back. So you can see the summary and the details here. The system can also handle multiple job posts, work patterns and spine points. So I'm just looking at the employer settings on the left-hand side of the screen. We've got multiple pay spines. multiple grades, different jobs that are held in the system, multiple posts, and the system can handle multiple working patterns as well. With regards to spine points, you can bulk update spine points just by batch uploading information, and the system can then take into account the pensions, tax, NI, etc. You also can view an employee's history of job posts. So if we just look at Laurie, which of course now I'm on the demo site, she isn't coming up. 1 second. Right, not sure where Laurie's gone, but if simply haven't, we've got here just looking at column, looking up post history, and you can view the different posts that they were on with the different spine points and the multiple working patterns associated to him. So I'm just trying to find Laurie because she had a good example of a map report that I'm going to show you as well. Here, she's finally decided to make an appearance. So yeah, on the post history, you can see the multiple spine points that she's on 2, the posts, and then the multiple working patterns associated with that as well. If we do look on the post, we can drill down further. So if we just double click, we can view more information about that, as we can with the spine points. Again, just double clicking on here. With regards to costings, you have the ability to set costings at a post level if you need to. So we've got department and costings here, and here you can see what posts and cost code that's associated to on the individual. If we now look at an individual's payslip, so just to show you what you can see on the screen here, we've got your gross to net. It shows you the breakdowns. So if we've got any overtime, any commission, they'll have pluses next to them. You can view your employment summary, your overhead, PAYE and national insurance, payment details, any statutory benefits. Just go back on the gross to net. So I said about the system being date driven. So you can see here there's a box called view corrections. If I click on the view corrections, I can see all the corrections that have been made. So what I would have done is I would have gone in, realised something was wrong, put the dates that it was relevant to, amended the amount, and this is then going to show you all the corrections that you've made for that employee. The system can also handle multiple pension schemes. So if we go to payroll setup, benefit schemes, and then we've got a toggle here for pensions. Here you can see all the different pensions that are just in this demo site. You can create a new scheme here. If I just take a look at one, so let's see, pension fund, double clicked onto that one, you can see the details, the contributions, the relevant pay, all the different adjustments that are associated with this, and scheme memberships, so you can see who's enrolled within that scheme. The system can also handle multiple sick pay schemes and holiday schemes, although I've just jumped ahead of myself. I'm just going to show you the auto enrolment function quickly. So if we go to payroll tools, pensions, and we've got auto enrolment here. So the system can really quickly and easily run an auto enrolment so you can see who is left to be enrolled. So I've just got multiple payrolls here because it's a demo site. You can see here the individuals that are left to be enrolled. Going back to the sick pay schemes, so the system can handle the multiple sick pay schemes and holiday schemes, like I said, and I'll just show you that for the sick pay. So again, we'll go to benefit schemes, and here, occupational sick pay. You can see the different schemes that are already in place. During implementation, we would build these schemes for you, but obviously you've got the data, so if you do need to add a new scheme, you've got the system yourself, so you would just select new and create that scheme in place. If we just look at one, so if we just looked at the company sick pay scheme, again, you can see the scheme details, the entitlements. So if that months or weeks, and if the length is in days, months or weeks, that is up to you. And we can see the breakdown here. And then again, you can see who's enrolled within each of the different memberships. If we now touch on to parental payments, so again, the system can handle multiple schemes within that. Again, just looking at Laurie, just going to go over to parental payments for her. So this is associated on her employment records. So Laurie had mat leave. You can see at the top we've got paternity leave, adoption, bereavement, and shared parental leave as well that the system can handle. Just going to double click into Laurie's mat leave. So you'd pop all of this information here on the screen. Again, nothing out of the ordinary there. If we look at her maternity pay schedule, we can then view her pay schedule. And this is going to give a breakdown, which you can either publish to Laurie's self-service, or you can post it to her if she'd rather. And this just shows the full breakdown. So obviously, if she's got enough on as it is, she isn't expecting some other, she doesn't need to be worrying about her pay. So you can print this off and give that to her. Now I'm just going to touch on reports. So we have just under 40 reports as standard. So I've just gone to payroll, payroll tools, payroll reports. These are some of the reports that we have as standard. So these are ready and waiting for you to go. You would select the relevant payment, select the period that you want to report on, select next. This is for the pay variance report, obviously, so you can either say no threshold, or you can set the threshold to a percentage or value. So I'm not sure if it's going to have data in because it's a dummy, but we'll have a go. So I've just set the value to 5. So that's going to show the current, previous, and variance across all of my pay elements at that moment. So again, you can flick at the bottom between current, previous, and variance here. We also have a gender pay gap report. So again, payroll, payroll tools, gender pay gap. You would extract the details you need. We then have snapshot details here. And what this is going to do is give you your gender pay gap. So let me just select one. So I've gone for information technology payroll. If I want the report, I just click the report, and there we go. Gender pay gap in 3 clicks of a button. Final thing that I'm going to show you is our report writer. So we have a bespoke report writer. On the right hand side of the screen here, you can see reports. So you can have a report pack. So if you know that each month you're going to be running the same report, you would just create a report pack. And then within that, you would select the reports that you wanted to be within that. So the system can just run that pack for you. If you do want to create a new report, you would confirm if it's a listing or a payroll report. And you then map the information from the left-hand side over to the right, which is going to include what information you want in your report. So if you want the employee post, a double click, and that will be included. So yeah, you just click along, add these here, map them over, and then you can run that report. The system obviously has a lot more to it than what I'm showing you. This is just a high-level basics overview. So please do get in contact if you would like a further follow-up session and demo. We can sort that out for you. And thank you for your time today.